hashtag CMooney, or most of y'all will get to know me as Charlie Mooney. As making this, live chat streaming on your platforms right now on any digital devices to update you on a painful decision, but to still bring out the best results. And you're probably taking a look at my appearance once in a while. You can tell you that this has been hard work I've been doing on it towards. And to some of y'all, are probably going to be rolling in the comment section just trolling how my parents make me look like I ain't doing nothing except being on my digital platform. Well, that's fine for you. That's fine. I'm not going to entertain y'all even in the slightest. But as the title of this, you know, live chat is, as unrelenting I have been on making sure that I've been delivering a best full-fledged film out for everybody to watch and entertain. I have also just been a bit deluding on some of the details of how I've been staying to my guns of how I've created so many frames by frames from storyboard to storyboard to move as like if it was, stop motion pictures at once, and to combine that with an algorithm to help adjust the momentum to make it as much as resolution into as the cinematography as possible. It has been all to what I believe was to all amalgamate to an hour and a half film. But the additions being made to help place it into a established, duration makes the short round a bit more in the ball range of what would be suitable as for like every minute by minute frame goes on, and that I can tell you it's just time consuming as I've been painfully aware of how much so. As you are no secret to the idea that animation takes a long time. Well, I'd say the truth cannot even be more harder when you're doing all by frame by artificially intelligentize somebody's face, representing their movement on a sort of guideline algorithm that you're wanting to generate a possible, result in synapses in order to create a best, highly creative beta test footage that you want to be doctored and to be fully authentic to your audience, to be generally original to your design. For I bring you out here, for it is officially its first test and modeled, but will be in more alignment for getting on to your buy at your local favorite merch store. As some of you saw, I'm finally getting it out there for people to be watched and entertained from. I hashtag CMooney.com was the first available comic book issue of The Crossing. The End of the Beginning will be available on USB delivery on July 15th at close to 10 a.m. max. And upon that, I want to show you how the format takes for every frame as I combine them all here on little apps also called Video Clip that socialize with it, and just show you right here. This is after 3 months. 3 months. And all I've gotten so far is about 13 minutes of pure resolution of all completely computer generated. But I retract that for not completely computer generating, as I have we've been going out there to do behind the scenes on real stunts I perform, and all being generated into a good feature background into what AI using their version of CGI to give you the best, you know, best simulation of a great of cutscenes to make up for a good game, let alone a best short movie. Which, when you're watching it, you might see things a bit out of inconsistent, like a hat suddenly was there, then it's not. Then suddenly, one person was wearing a white shirt, now he's wearing a black shirt. It was unavoidable, but I did my best so far to fixing the errors in here as the best way possible. To some of those who still give AI a big chance, I hope you just take this into complex and still give it the best viewing experience you can from your own opinion of it. I've taken some core aspect of it, what had happened in my life, and my way of told, that I thank I for believing me too. And having it in a way that only shows not only my family's hardships, but what it's, the duality we have in modern day reality. That basically this whole story that I beginning with is really the ideas of mine growing up, because whose favorite hero would you not have as Batman if you were had everything taken away from you and you swore this feeling you would never want on anyone else? And deep down, knowing that my dad was, he would probably never allow me to go out beating on people and bringing them to justice, and how not it would be in today's society. But I had the costume long before I made the book, let alone the movie, and then I incorporated into a story which I could see the best running for it for a while. A long while, with so many other spin-offs going on with too, as I mentioned for phase one of it. With across the multiverse, you got partnering up between Daylight, and then origin stories of the villains like Crest I'm working on. Which, yes, he's a bit of a rip-off of Batman, but you it's not like there's like an ownership over the pointy ears and the black cow. And will make it very statable that there is an end conclusion to this franchise. As I might have set it up to like a narrative where it's an endless, like, cinematography soap opera, but it will have a financial conclusion to make way for the sequel. For a, trilogy off of a trilogy. That it continues on in the best way. As I, quoted in the movie, the greatest battles of of life and death is your own. Or asking one simple question my dad always did. What's it about for you? What you do all the time? Or what you go through the hurdles, the hoops, and then through the suffering and pain to ask yourself at the very end what your journey was. They all came concluded. If you had the chance, like in my character, he gets the chance to, at least in a way, do it over and over, but he still has to have the consequences. That's why I made it separate from time travel. He's not like going he's not like going back in time to where before he died, so that he doesn't. I established him being in a multiversal way where he is, accepting the certain events that inevitably happen in every universe that he has a chance to do fix. And no matter what reality, the people you care for should still matter. Even if they don't know who you are. The idea of always protecting somebody should matter. That's what truly I think is what being human is all about. I just hope that all of y'all who are listening to this, you really take from it and you really ask me more important questions down the lane. If you want to see more, just you always know where to find me. And I want to say this, whether it was legit or not, my qualities have gotten so good that somebody from all the way from Havoc Studios, it's a legit studios. You're right, I haven't, but I say it over and over again. It'll be on of the market on the day, July 15th. I'm only entertaining one person. It's not, but it will be out there for y'all to see. And when you see it, I hope you be interested. For only $5.99. That's $5. Basically a Marvel agreement. And if you buy one, you get a second one of the comic book 2 coming out soon for free. As I already have book 2 and book 3 pretty much done already. And they're just not fully illustrated like this one, and all in one format yet. But as I get this out with the film, hopefully it's a big game changer for other people like Havoc Studios from Texas who deal with this special software that I use on the development of models like I use fully from like Video Max and AI Video or King L AI. They see the kind of potential my studio, Mooney Studios, can bring, which is a part membership where you can find an official YouTube channel for exclusive contents like these. Now, there will be a link later in the description below, along with the official, if you go be on Facebook, of the crossover cinematic universe established on details and topics you want to see in later, discussions about, or in put in requests to make the cut in the next chapter, in the next book, in the next page. And then to see it all resoluted into a streaming content series. I have been here on the first on YouTube to be a big sensation, like people have done like Film Theory or Solar Balls, which really make their requests down below, and people like Digital Circus that get Netflix on the phone and have it all on their platform. I'm just being now one of those greats to hopefully be a big sensation that comes from it, and to be a big writer with a combination of both Stanley and Stephen King, as I mentioned in the mix, with the opportunist mind of Steve Jobs, with the level skill of like Bill Gates, I hope, but with the potential of a young age like Elon Musk. Is it all biggish of what I'm saying? Perhaps. I'm setting myself on a low bar. Or a bar nonetheless. But if you don't have ambition in life, you don't see where you can get, how far you can go. But thank you for the time discussing all this. I hope you give high heart to see a short film of The Crossing 2 days from now, on July 15th, 2026. You can see in the live stream counting down below, and where you can hopefully set your hopes and prayers and have your fingers crossed to see how you like it. And I hope it gives you the best feeling about it. I definitely feel great about it. And if you want to have more later discussions about latest movies, like I saw Master of the Universe, it was pretty okay, definitely dope. And Bleach, Fauci, and Bloat Your War, I'm a definitely anime buff myself. Some things I should be discussing more about anime at this point. Just have a holler to me as much as everything else. And if you want to see all of this a day early, make sure to go to my Patreon hashtag CMooney to see the whole short film on here on July 14th. At certain time, I will let y'all know if once you are a member for only $5 for 1 month. And if it goes well, make sure to buy the first issue on Shopify app under hashtag CMooneyOnline.com. Well, that's it. I'm hashtag CMooney. And I'll see you soon. Peace.